3 on the side of Double Cap. It leads to the D-Mech of rydkos. Epic Shock diving in. He's going to get any value. Lots of tickle fights coming out from the Winston here. That Tesla cannon just arcing around from each and every person. The whole team getting hit. Devin Mines getting hacked out. No healing coming out from him. An EMP from Frozen only manages to find 2, but it does secure the elimination onto the 2 that were found. Squirrels, Death Blossom getting eaten up by rydkos defense matrix. Mines pop that sound barrier so they have a little bit of defense while they go to clear everything out. Silvertals and Ravioli trading each other out of the sky and off of the ground, so we're still sitting in 5v5 territory, and Adifi picks the Ravioli off the ground. 5-second rule, it's still edible. Squirrelman just sending arrows into heads, finds 3!
This is so split, everyone's just tossing in ultimates left and right. Oh no,
a Blizzard, an Earth Shatter, a Minefield, a Dragon Strike, everything is coming out. Silvertals goes down. rydkos is throwing that self-destruct to try to get back in the mech. He doesn't manage to find anyone with it. He does get back in the mech, however. Adifi resing Epic Shock as iMustache and Ravioli get some eliminations on their side. A big pile driver squishes Devin Mines into pancake mode. Tenacity might have lost the point.
But I mean, otherwise, you have so many resources on Tenacity.
The barrage comes out from Tenacity. Ravioli gets nanoed. But iMustache goes down in the process. They do trade the support, however, with Silvertals. Adifi puts iMustache back in the fight. Epic is putting in some work with that Wrecking Ball, just swinging around, hitting everyone that he can. Ravioli just raining in damage. Ravioli, give me the eliminations only. And it's going to be enough for Tenacity to take round 2 and send us over to Village, establish their first point presence, and capture the point. Another Maywall comes up as Epic Shock throws the shatter, and followed up by Pongo, but it's Pongo who has the value to get all of the eliminations through there. iMustache does throw out that amplification matrix that he picked up super early.
Side of Epic's shield breath, so didn't exactly work too well for them as we saw, but this is a great stagger onto a few kills onto Double Cap.
Stagger coming through along with 2 of the Symmetra walls, setting up basically a fight alley on the point. Epic Shock finding 2 with that fire strike. The Blizzard comes out from Tenacity, forcing Adifi to drop that sound barrier to keep his team in the fight. rydkos gets demech'd and he goes to throw the self-destruct out, and it does manage to find Ravioli, which is
have that in this engagement, but it looks like they're going to retake the point regardless because they have the favorable positioning.
They certainly have more members out on the point. Oh, the Shatter coming through to secure the triple kill for Oates with that self-destruct. A little bit of cleanup. Another engagement comes out on the point. Maywall, Amplification Matrix, and Immortality Field come out from Tenacity. Devin Mines dropping the sound barrier to give his team that extra shielding they need to hold on to the point, secure it.
That wall.
Pongo with the first elimination in the fight, following up with another one. He's just swinging away with that Reinhardt hammer. Frozen with that Symmetra beam, just melting down Epic Shock shield, and it's not long before Silvertals manages to pick it back up. And then a little more cleanup, courtesy of rydkos. Have to see as the engagement begins on the outside of the point. Which Blizzard comes out. Squirrelman throws his out first, followed by Tenacity. Frozen committing the Symmetra wall with Ravioli, and Silvertals even throwing out the Amplification Matrix. None of these ultimates are really seeing any elimination value, but the utility value is absolutely insane as we are trading. Devin Mines taking Epic Shock, and iMustache finding that mirror elimination. But it's Tenacity who is pushing in, managing to get the D-Mech onto rydkos, forcing Tenacity to use that Ice Shell, but it's not going to work. It's only going to delay the inevitable as he goes down. Devin Mines bouncing off the walls, putting up a valiant effort to hold on the point, and with Pongo dropping right before him, there is going to be the flip
on
for
the side of Tenacity, so there's a lot of potential here.
Both Shatters coming out. Pongos does manage to find value, but the Maywall is going to deny any follow-up. Here comes the self-destruct from Oates, and it manages to eliminate Silvertals, squishing Tenacity with the remech. With Ravioli and Oates getting a little bit of the cleanup there, that is all she wrote. Nepal is going to go the way of Tenacity.
Deciding where to set up with these Wrecking Ball comps are more meant to dismantle Reinhardt. Bro, but if you do that and just take out the Pharah mid-air, that's about as good as you can get.
And they're going to be denying that res from Adifi, and it's going to force iMustache to throw the Amplification Matrix out to be able to put a bit more pressure out on the attackers, but it's not really pressuring anything. Tanic beats Barrage coming out, finding iMustache, and he cleans up Epic Shock before Ravioli rolls back in, trying to put some pressure down, sending rockets down.
Concise rotations, and that just didn't happen there. Oh, dear.
Tenacity removing Adifi and the drum immediately, but he gets shut down rather early on. Frozen managing to get some value with the Pulse Bomb this time. The Dragon Strike comes out, but doesn't find any eliminations, and Nikos throws the self-destruct zone Tenacity back, and then he manages, Pongo manages to knock Squirrelbin off the map.
This is their best opportunity to do something.
Frozen with the high noon gets Maywalled and eliminated, so no value going to come through for that. Immortality fields from both sides. Pongo Shatter comes through. It does manage to find 3, and it allows Devon Mines an elimination, but his team is just falling around him. So he's not going to be able to, there's not going to be much follow-up and capitalization. Push it forward. An amplification matrix comes out from both teams. However, iMustache loses his because he loses his life. Frozen is just going to be clicking on heads with the Cowboy. Epic Shock doing everything he can to stall out with that ball. Earthshatter coming out from Pongo doesn't find anything. Another Deadeye coming out from Frozen that's going to get denied as he gets eliminated. The Tracer, the Moira, everybody.
The front line as opposed to the Pharah in that case. I'm sure he's confident in his abilities, but it doesn't matter when Tenacity is at a distinct advantage in that 1v1.
Tenacity making Squirrelbin answer for his crimes of that first pick. The amplification matrix is coming by from both teams, and iMustache uses his to get an elimination. Ravioli, however, is going to be pushing Double Cap back and denying them any value out of theirs. Pongo dropping the drum just to get his team out. Ravioli sends a barrage into their faces and denies them any value of that drum. Tenacity answering back with a barrage of his own, and it's going to get 2. But Ravioli just trying to establish himself as the better Pharah, getting elimination after elimination.
Flux from Nikos to come out at any moment here. Oh, or not.
Self-destruct being sent in by Oats, and it finds another triple self-destruct from Oats. An amazing way to start this engagement. Push in with half the team down. There's nothing that Double Cap is going to be able to do to stop that capture point. A very late Flux coming out from Nikos. And it's
I'm thinking, oh, okay, it's going to break the shield, nothing else is going to happen, but no, there was 3 kills attached to that, unrelated to Nikos. Oh, okay.
And without a swap from Nikos, they had 2 ways to deny that barrage from Ravioli, and he just wipes the team out on his own. A defeat
getting a little bit awkward with Tenacity, not seemingly sure of who they want to put on the cart. Oh, okay, and that's just so much damage to their faces.
Yep, the amplification matrix from Silvertall begin to push in a small engagement on the inside of that little fortress. iMustache dropping the amplification matrix, putting out a lot of damage, but Nikos just slurps a large chunk of it up. Squirrelbin getting that head click onto Silvertall's. A big barrage from Ravioli finds Nikos, and then it's just a matter of cleaning up Pongo, and Tenacity will be able to finally push the payload.
Okay, they don't have any ults anymore.
Squirrelbin with a Deadeye does find Silvertall's. The amplification matrix from iMustache allows Ravioli and Oats to get some eliminations. Nikos doing his best to fight back valiantly, but again, his team's falling around him. But as you said, Double Cap is ever going to come through? No, he gets flashbanged out of it. And Squirrelbin gets the first elimination of overtime onto Frozen. The Immortality field coming out, and it's going to allow Tenacity to demech Nikos. Pongo falling right behind him. And 10 seconds left. Is anybody going to be able to touch for overtime? It might have to be Tenacity. Unless, nope, Oats gets taken down. Nikos does make it on, knowing its fate is death. The Baby Diva knows no fear, but it's not going to mean much when you go down, and we are going to end with, with a high noon to shut down Pongo. Tenacity need 33% to take Eichenwald away. Oats still coming back.
Oh, they don't, nope, they don't have a clean fight anymore. They gotta take what they got.
Epic Shock getting rezzed with a defeat. They're not going to have that for the fight. Squirrelbin taking down Tenacity, but 2 going down on the side of Tenacity. This is entering, wow, these aren't even brawl compositions. We are entering a nasty brawl on the fight. Tenacity getting rezzed, throwing the barrage, manages to get some value with it. Oats getting demexed, a valiant effort, but we now have a draw on Eichenwald.
Oh dear, and we haven't even gotten the 2 seed
field. Oh, Ravioli is looking for that barrage as Oats sends up the self-destruct zone out. Double Cap, and he does more than that. He finds an elimination onto Silvertall's. Ravioli gets the elimination onto Tenacity as the minefield comes out from Pongo. Self-destruct from Nikos is not going to see a remech as he gets taken out from Ravioli. Ravioli's just going to clean up the minefield here. And it's not going to take much.
Too much to work off of outside of their nano barrage.
Pongo putting in the work with regards of distracting and mixing up the members of Tenacity, but Tenacsy's barrage sees much more value than his Tenacity counterpart, gets 2, and Frozen's Pulse Bomb is going to lead to the point finally getting capped. Nico's trying to get that D-Mech. He does manage to eliminate iMustache with the assistance of Tenacity, and here comes that Immortality and Amplification Matrix, throwing all of his cooldowns to try and see this elimination through, but he does not. It is, in fact, he who gets eliminated. The Baby Diva just proving to be a very clutch member of the team. Oats throwing a self-destruct out, gets eliminated before he manages to get back in the mech. Tenacity going to continue to rain damage down, flies up to contest Epic Shock, and he is going to see that elimination through, even if it kills him. The Dragon Strike rolling across the cart is not going to even do anything to really zone out the members of Double Cap. Oats, eating that Pulse Bomb off of Frozen. Is he going to get demeched in the process? It doesn't really matter if he gets out or not because the cart does get capped. Pongo rolling in, trying to play that distraction game, gets flashbanged, and then pile drives back. Barely managing to save himself is iMustache with that Immortality field, but he does get eliminated not long after because the Immortality field
kind of get rolled over by Double Cap, and they don't really have an answer to anything, and they continue to not have an answer.
Ravioli, you got to get that elimination before the barrage comes through, not after. Devon Mines even seeing the res through, so there's not really anything stopping that there. A lot of damage coming through, courtesy of Oats. Another Dragon Strike is going to be sent in from Squirrel Ben with iMustache throwing out the Amplification Matrix. Frozen tries to fight back. Oats, Nikos rather, getting demeched. Ravioli finding the elimination onto Tenacity, going to do what he can. He's getting pressured out from Devon Mines. Oh no, and he gets taken out. Nikos, that Baby Diva is powerful, that Bunny Blaster and the punch. A quick pause. Looks like it may have been a misclick because we're rolling right back into it. Pretend that didn't happen. Pongo trying to find his area for that, or line of sight for that Earth Shatter. He doesn't really manage to get anything. He charges out with Oats, but Oats just flattens him right back. Entering overtime, we are going to see the end. Silvertall's rolling through. Oats self-destruct, not really finding an elimination, but it does zone out. iMustache removing Tenacity from the equation, and Squirrelben finally getting that headshot that he's been looking for, following up with a push the cart forward. Dragon Strike and Amplification Matrix online for Tenacity. The Matrix comes out, and it's going to allow enough damage to roll through that the cart is just like on their defense. Tenacity manages to get through basically uncontested on point B.
Yeah, a little bit.
The Valkyrie allowing Tenacity to get mass healing and mass damage increase output. Ravioli throwing out the barrage, but it gets denied, eaten up by Nikos. And then that Sigma Shield is just going to make Ravioli take himself out. Pongo onto the Reinhardt. A Fire Strike does get Oats after he gets demeched. Double Cap does manage to hold it with about 5 meters left. Tanic getting brought dangerously low, but he gets out. Extra damage after the drum from Epic Shock wears off. No team's finding an elimination yet. Oats throwing in the self-destruct. As Nikos floats the flux, lifts the teams of Tenacity into the air. Tenacity getting the first pick onto Ravioli. The Rally and Dragons coming out from Tenacity. Adifi and Squirrelben trying to do what they can. Tenacity duplicating the Orisa, trying to get a second drum into the fight. We are now in overtime. Double Cap might be able to hold on. The Deadeye comes through. Nikos and Frozen finding 2. Squirrelben, a valiant effort, but he goes down. Overtime ticks away. And Double Cap is going to tie up the series. Guaranteed to map 5, all but guaranteed to map 6, as the Symmetra teleporter comes down, gets the members of Tenacity on point. The Sim turrets do come out. They're going to deny Double Cap from setting foot on the point for just a little bit, and we're seeing permanent capture progress already on the side of Double Cap. Oats takes an accretion to the face, and Tenacity, there it is, lighting up the kill feed, finding 2. Frozen's Dynamite puts a bunch of damage out with it, though, so he's just putting in as much damage as he can into the Epic Shock shield.
Oh no.
Looks like they're wrapping. They are wrapping all the way around. Oh! That's an interesting way to go about this. Bob coming in. Amplification Matrix from both teams. Self-destruct, Sound Barrier, Gravitic Flux. It is raining ultimates here on Hanamura. If Hanzo knew, he would be so upset. An accretion comes out from Nikos and does manage to basically secure the D-Mech onto Oats. He's slurping up a lot of damage with that kinetic grasp. Adifi doing what he can to zone out and delay the inevitable.
Tenacity to do anything to find value with these picks. Oh dear.
The Deadeye comes out, and the Shatter from Epic Shock sets him up to find 3. that is gonna be it. Double Cap is finally going to be able to secure,
which is ostensibly just a slower approach.
Yeah, but they're gonna do what they can with it as Tenacity throws out the Molten Core, manages to find basically the entirety of the team.
In that fight. Normally investing 3 ultimates is a bit much, but it's fightable fight. They have 3 ults still.
The Molten Core comes out. Oh no, Epic Shock losing his Shatter in the process of getting onto point, and that is going to be round 1. Tenacity did on their attack. Immediately going to be taking that teleporter up to the high ground. Oh no, iMustache caught out, an early elimination. That's going to deny some healing from Tenacity. They push back onto the point, double cap that Symmetra, just buzzing down the shields of Epic Shock, putting in a lot of damage onto Oats. However, double cap loses their supports in that fight, so they need to win this without getting any healing up. And there's not much you can do if you have no healing against a Pharah just throwing rockets into your face. Ravioli getting brought dangerously low, though. Tenacity getting some clicks in with that Mei.
There's no way, right? Right?
They can't just re-engage and take this, can they? Ravioli's going to keep putting in some damage, though. He tries to wrap back around. Pongo's dangerously low. He's going to get brought down. It's only a matter of when, not if. Oh, actually, he does get out. I'm eating my words here. Frozen over onto the Tracer, immediately comes back in, takes down Epic Shock, putting in a bunch of damage into the back line. A barrage from Ravioli finds Silvertals, but he gets eaten up most of the other way. He does get the elimination onto Pongo, the D-Mech onto Nikos, rather. Oats finding that final elimination, throwing me off there. He finally gets taken out of the sky from Tenacity. Devin Mines is now the only person from Double Cap left on point. Skating around, trying to get out. He does. He regroups with Tenacity. The two of them push back onto point, trying to engage against Oats.
Going. What is this?
They commit the Blizzard. Oats commits the self-destruct, and Maywall is just going to deny any value of that from coming through. They are quickly going to freeze up Oats and get the D-Mech right there. I hope Adifi is trying to just run away, get out of there with his life. Squirrelben's going to recontest, though, with that Hanzo, who tries to get back on the point. They're even committing the Pongo from Epic Shock. The counter ticking up. It's sending my brain into overdrive here. They finally take the point.
Stubbornness. Who was like they were both just playing chicken, and Tenacity lost. That's no other way to put it. Oats getting sectioned off yet again. The Dragon's coming in at the very least, but this is looking so good for Double Cap, and they haven't even gotten to the point yet.
They just commit the sound barrier to make sure that they could survive this fight. Throwing in the self-destruct through the amplification matrix doesn't do anything for the damage, but it's always fun to do. Pongo getting that shatter online, and no one touches the point! What? Double Cap is going to take it away, steal it!
It's hard to say at the moment. No, he's going in, but he was scouted out, so...
You've been caught, son!
Wait! No way!
What even happened right there? I don't even...
Silver shot a sleep dart to sleep Epic. And Squirrelben blinked into it.
Find any eliminations and doesn't find anything with the squish.
Don't you dare C9 again, okay.
He's looking for that barrage. We've got Ravioli onto Echo. He does get the overtime trigger. The barrage comes out. Nikos finds Ravioli. No eliminations with that barrage. Tanic looking, trying to get a defeat, but that Valking Mercy just too squally. He's going to continue to get way out of the way. A pulse bomb from Frozen is going to find the elimination, and then Frozen finds the elimination on the Squall, and it's just going to be a matter of cleanup here.
But they need to get in there and actually win some fights, right? They can't lose this, otherwise they're out.
Oh, it's massive. Flux gets a lot of damage out, no eliminations found. Adifi throwing in the sound barrier, giving his team the shielding they need to get in this fight and take it. They do take the capture point. This fight has been won pretty clean, only costing Tenacity 2 ults.
It's going to be extremely dangerous. Oh, that's huge as well.
And finds something he does. Eliminates Oats. Squirrelben going to answer back with his own tire. Is he going to find anything? He does not. You're going to have to call AAA because that tire is flat. Ooh! Epic Shock with a big Earth Shatter as the sound barrier comes out from Devin Mines. But Double Cap is just going to continue to roll through, put the damage out that they need. It looks like this might be it for the series. We are in one fight territory. Zoning out the members of Tenacity. Oats wrapping around, trying to get that elimination onto Squirrelben, deny that spam damage from the Junkrat.
Oh no.
Big accretion. The tire comes out. He finds Oats again. A big Earth Shatter, a massive Earth Shatter from Pongo. Lays out the members of Tenacity. and it is going to hand Double Cap their victory and their ticket stamped into the Intermediate Grand Finals.